Welcome back to Yamcha Sessions, guys. Today we are going to be interviewing a couple of people from AIA, an insurance company. But before we go to that podcast, I have to mention the ads. We do ads now. But this podcast is brought to you by Couch the Worm. Couch the Worm is a Twitter account that does haikus. So I'm going to read you guys a haiku. Look east or look west. Perhaps others ain't the best. Look within the self. That is by Couch the Worm. Couch the Worm is a haiku Twitter account. Follow them because they sponsor the podcast. Please follow them because we need funding, essentially. And a haiku is basically 5, 7, and 5, which is basically 5 syllables, 7, and then 5. So if you guys want to learn more about haikus, please follow Elias Couch the Worm on Twitter only. This podcast is also brought to you by Juicy, Jucy. Juicy is a homemade pet treats company, 100% human grade and homemade pet food. Follow Juicy and direct message YCS to Elias, JUCY_treats for a 10% discount today. Offer ends last day of August 2020. So today's podcast, we have Xiang Mei and Xiang Fenn, both Ng sisters. Unfortunately, myself, Jonathan Ng, and Andrew Ng, I will be sitting out. Andrew Ng and Boyge MC Black will be interviewing them. They offer, I feel, a very different perspective in insurance. So I think you guys should give them a shot, and perhaps you guys will learn a thing or two from what it is to manage the insurance from behind the scenes, and perhaps how it is like managing customers on their end. So it's not exactly very one-sided because most of us, we probably think it's a scam, but should hear them out, give them a shot.
Yes, once again, welcome back, guys, to Yamcha Session. Today we have two new guests. I'm going to do them the honor and give them the opportunity to introduce themselves, yeah? Okay, go.
You first.
Go! Yes!
I should let the youngest first.
Okay, go!
Okay, my name is Natalie. And then, I'm from OPV Sister.
And you?
Should I call Xiang Mei or something?
That's your name, bro. You decide.
Okay, Melanie. We are founder of OPV Sisters.
Oh, she. So
Yeah.
what's that? What's OPU Sister? Why?
What?
So okay. So backtrack. Okay, I initially thought that you guys were selling insurance. Like that was my premise at least. But then you guys founded a company to do that. Is that correct?
No, we actually just created a new
Branding?
branding.
It's like a brand.
Yeah,
I see.
Yeah.
So it's like
OPV is our company. And then OPV Sister is because in this company we are both siblings.
I see. Okay.
Now you get it.
Yeah.
professional, right?
Yeah. Oh fuck, worked on me though. Yeah.
You and John should be like the Hantongs.
That doesn't work that way. His name is.
Oh yeah, his name is Hanto. What the fuck? Okay, never mind.
Good try.
Okay. So what you guys do in general?
In general,
What's OPU Sister? What is that?
OPV Sister is actually it's a brand lah. I mean talks about women's and then also talk about insurance and so our professions on selling.
Basically, it's
insurance
a
as well.
platform. Yeah, it's a platform for people to know us. And then as well as, because we noticed that, those insurance agents, they actually have a page. So mostly they are individual, mostly. But of course, for siblings type of insurance agent is very rare. So that's why we come up with this branding, and then so that people will know who are we. So sometimes I think ever since we opened this page, so many of even from other company, they will even know, they will know about us, about OPV Sisters.
Marketing.
Yeah, it's basically more on the marketing.
What would be the benefit of approaching clients in pairs, like as sisters? How does that bring benefit versus if a solo insurance agent were to approach a client?
Oh, okay. So basically, for example, if a client, especially stranger, because in this line, right, we mostly will meet strangers.
Yeah.
And then what is the most important thing is the stranger, they will rather want to trust you or not. So what we usually do is we let them know that, hey, I have my siblings as well. So they have more belief in trusting me as a insurance agent. And then because when we work together, it's like 2 is better than 1.
Sure,
Yeah.
true,
there's a
true, true.
trust there.
I like
Yeah.
that. I mean, Drew, come on. I mean, when they first said OPV sister, you were already sold one.
Yeah, man. I was like,
Yeah, hey, I'm from OPV
So
sister.
fascinating.
And she's like, wow. You were like, wow. You know? Imagine if you were buying insurance and we are from OPV sister. Like,
Yeah.
oh, wow. What's the fuck there?
Yeah.
That's what's going to happen. So, in general, you guys are insurance sellers.
Yeah, basically.
In layman
General,
term
in
lah.
general,
in general
lah.
Mm.
Yeah. But it makes a lot of sense
Ah.
if you approach strangers as sisters. There is a certain degree of trust for some reason there. Right? I guess perhaps because the client sees you as more relatable, like because maybe they have siblings too, versus if they approach a solo insurance agent, they'll only see
As a
the,
person,
the
like you're
insurance figure rather than that person actually being a person.
Damn. I mean, I'm sold when they say OPV sisters, bro.
Yeah.
I don't even know what's OPV. I wouldn't even ask, but like, okay, talk to me more, you know?
How long have you guys been doing it for?
Yeah, how long?
For both of us, 1 year.
1 year
plus.
No, actually, initially
okay.
he started earlier, like at the time age of 18.
She 18 years old doing
Yeah, 18 years old
insurance. Why was I
insurance
doing 18 years old?
Wow.
Hey, perform guys and
Yeah.
shit.
Then
Huh.
yeah, she was the one who actually introduced me to the insurance.
She
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Sounds like
yeah.
she's the
I think she let her
sister.
do this.
Sounds like she-
Yes, I am the one that introduced her. Then after, because of some issue that I need to go back to university
University
to further my
studies.
studies.
Okay.
Yeah, then after that, after when I further my studies, I went to an advertising line. So during that time, I actually worked in an advertising line for in a big corporate company. So what I did was actually I helped AIA to do advertisement on that. Then I told myself that, hey, I want to I don't want to become the back end of this company. I want to be the front line. So what I did was I told my sister that, hey, I want to become the front line for this company.
Then you join back lah.
Yeah, then I joined back.
Oh.
So basically, after that, when I quit from
Advertising.
when I quit from the insurance at the age of 19, at the age of 19, then she went into the insurance industry.
So you
She
quit,
ran out, I ran in.
Yeah.
So Stigma is like tag team, you know?
yes.
Tag team.
Pow!
WWE.
WWE, you know, tag team lah.
Yeah, so after that, I decided to go back to this line.
Okay, so she basically maybe had like 3 years ahead of you until you come back or something, is it?
No, the time was around like
Huh,
6-7 years.
6-7 years already. Yeah.
Because
I
I
mean-
I furthered my studies until degree, then I went to corporate world to start to work.
Oh, so she continued for around 6 Jesus Christ
This is
years.
like my 7 years. I mean,
7
I
years.
So,
started
yeah.
age of 21.
Wow, 21.
Yeah.
Wow, 7 years is commitment.
Bro, that is marriage. That is marriage, you know. You're married to your work, really, I think.
Committed lah. I mean.
110%. How is it like being an insurance agent in general for you, since you have been here for like 7 years?
Actually, I started when I still studying in Sunway.
What you guys study lah? Why you working?
The time I just want to earn some money lah, earn some part time,
Okay.
like doing like promoter, right, during like those
Yeah,
days. And then she was the one who actually brought me in. And then after that she left and she left me alone inside.
younger sister, younger brother, you know? Like what we're talking about yesterday, John, younger brother, continue.
Okay, so during that time I was just started as part-time, just doing as a part-time agent. And I think for the first year I remember I didn't have much sales. Imagine just student, you're just approaching students. You don't really approach like strangers market,
Yeah,
right? Because
yeah,
you don't have the
right.
market there. So I think I was quite blessed and fortunate that I started with cold calls, like those surveys, and from there I think the team that support
How was the cold call lah? Like, can
It's
you
like-
give us some example? You call people and then what they say? Like, hello, my name is Xiang Mei.
Cut.
I'm from fuck off, then just go.
yeah. I did a lot of this rejections a lot face all these rejections.
How do you? I mean, how do you
Face it.
face it and how you overcome it? After you cannot deal, then you just
But during this line, actually it's a number game.
Number
it's like
game.
we have to
Yeah.
face it.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure there's like a sales funnel, right? And then at the top of the funnel, you just need to make as many leads as you can, and then at some point, a certain percentage will trickle down to an actual sale close.
Yep.
Okay, since you say that you approach your friends first when you were students, right? Do after you trying to approach them, like, of course, hey, I'm doing this. Do they like separate themselves from you after that?
Not really,
Really?
because
No.
the time I was 21 and then most of my friends are all students, right? They don't get any insurance from me also.
So they don't buy, but they still friend with you lah.
They still friend with me lah. I just say that, I just started this as part-time. And during that time, I remember one of my good friend of mine say that, yeah, you cannot do one lah, cannot do insurance one lah. She will say one
Is
that
she still
to
your
me
good
lah.
friend?
Still keep in touch.
Lucky.
Just that.
Still keep in touch. No! I just needed to know. Yeah. Screw you! Good friend. This is very important information. Continue. She said cannot lah.
Yeah lah. Then during that time was like I was a bit sad lah, a bit down a bit. But then after that, never mind lah, just go ahead with I think that I feel that I need to do as becoming. Then how I actually turned from part-time to become a full-time is I realized that what, I studied accounts, right? Studied ACCA,
yeah, I know,
right?
like 5 seconds ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's actually a professional course in Sunway. I took up that course and realized that most of my friends were doing as auditors, tax advisor. Their time, I tell you, I don't really like the time as in 9 to. Sometimes overtime also, OT as well.
Yeah,
sometimes
sure.
all the time.
Overtime. So that's what I think that is not what I really want, and because I want to spend time on myself and my family, so that's why I decided to join the insurance, because it's like a freelance kind of thing during the time, and then it's also say that it's a platform for me to grow my business as well. So through that, then I started to think that this is a business that I want to carry on.
I see. How did your parents feel about that?
Yeah.
About that.
How do your parents feel
Yeah.
about you?
If I imagine myself to be like your parent, right? I'll be like, you sign ACCA, steady, bro.
Yeah.
I think what's happening?
Your mom will give you a good.
I did already, bro.
You die, you dead. Yeah,
I'm gonna bury in cemetery already.
I feel it, bro. Yeah, good question. How your parents felt for both of you, I think.
Okay, maybe I can say it first lah, because initially when I started this industry, of course my parents doesn't really like me to join this industry because reason I can further my studies in degree. Like why not I continue my studies? So of course I decided to get the certificate. I graduate very happily and so on. Then end up actually I told my parents that that I decided to go back to this insurance line. So actually during that time, the first 2 years when I quit, almost that time, actually I did told my sister, hey, don't do insurance, I think insurance also cannot,
What? She said that to me.
What a plot way, you brought her in.
Yeah.
And after you left her, and then you left her.
You should jump also.
Yeah. During that time I was quite, I also did say that in front of her. But then very thankful that she did not quit that time.
I think
right?
all the amount of cold calls she did, you are one of those that she just whatever. Most likely lah.
Yeah.
You say that to her. Power.
But actually before last year, before I came back into this industry, right, I did told her that I never join in the insurance ever. I will never. So why do I go back to this insurance line is because I told myself that I don't want to stay in this corporate life. So actually I decided to come out to work as a business, come out to either join it in the business system or like come out to have my own business. So that time I think quite a lot. And during advertising line, we actually have a lot of OTs. Every time midnight, my parents say, "Hey, where are you? Why are you still in office? I say, "Hey, I really cannot come back. Because the time is I was a designer and also a brand manager, management there. So during that time, I saw my manager, I saw my senior executive. They are working very very hard. Then I told myself, and I even asked them. I say, since you are in this in this advertising line so long, I just asked one question how is your increment, and then how is your traveling looks like. Then many of them told me, oh, I've been in this career for 5 years. They brought me into probably one overseas once only, in 5 years times only once. Then I say, wow, if let's say I stay here for 5 years, I can only go to one country. I felt very sad at the time. So that's why one of the reason I jump out and then I go back to this insurance line.
After you jump out, what your parents tell to you? So high. I would imagine that's what my mother tell me, you know. No, that's all. What did they say to you?
Oh, actually they say that okay, now is your choice like because I've already like
Adult.
done what I yeah.
Okay
I've already get the cert and I really do what I want and then it's like
It's
my
time to make a choice.
So your parents just say, oh, okay lah, and everything
yeah.
lah. I guess it's the same for you lah, you know, your parents.
And I'm very thankful actually. My parents really very support us in this insurance line, especially when we both
Working together.
Yeah, working together. They like.
That's why as
super
someone
duper
we say like this OPV sisters as well. My dad is like, whoa, okay,
The style,
giving
you know,
us like so much of ideas, and we like just
Yeah.
created the page, and now we have this Instagram on as well.
Now, you know, when you talk about insurance people, right, it's always the stigma saying that insurance people are scammers and shit like that, you know. Like yesterday, I was talking in the car, and one of my friends said he wants to buy insurance. Then straight away, the name would not be mentioned, but please follow Couch the Worm. Anyways, this guy said insurance are scam lah, you know. See, we haven't even say anything. Drew, thanks, Drew. Drew can be a good bartender. Anyways, we haven't even say anything, you know, but we already have that. Most of the people already have the stigma that insurance equals scam. I think it's because of. Actually, I don't know why. Maybe you can give me more ideas about it. But how do you overcome this when you approach people, you know, and what are the methods, you know, you go through this? Because sometimes when some of my friends like message me or calls me like, hey, sup man, I got insurance to sell you. I don't think it's a scam. I'm like, fuck off lah, you know. I'm saying, yeah. So how do you overcome this situation, and why is the situation there? If you guys know lah, because I wouldn't know. I'm not in this industry, so I can't really. I can only think. You know, I wouldn't give you a very legit answer. So why is this thing there? What do you think?
For me, I would say like when you ask like, you know, insurance say like scam, right? Then I will usually definitely they have some bad experience with their insurance agents probably. Then I'll ask them how's your experience with your previous agents or things like that. Then it's like probably I will be selling myself more lah, you know, and listen to them in their experience wise. Like is it claims issue or is it what happened in their past experience?
So
then from there only I dig more information and then just counter back.
So it's the agent's problem lah.
I would say probably I guess most of the insurance company are good, right? I would say like mostly are good. So I would say that it's the agents that is the mistake, that maybe the agents they did some mistakes. So we just don't attack the agents lah. We just say how's your experience with the agent? Maybe I can help you to do any policy review that you needed. Why do you think insurance is a scam? I will usually ask them. Then let them do the answer lah.
Do you think insurance is a scam?
I don't think insurance is a scam. I think the general idea is that people negatively perceive insurance sellers when it's masked as something else. So if like a friend of mine who I haven't spoken to in a long time decides to text me and then they end up diverting the conversation into selling insurance to me, that's when it becomes a bit upsetting because the expectations were just different. I was expecting hey, long time no see, you know, what's up, you know, whatever. And then, you know, reality hits and the expectations just don't get matched up, right? So I think in that sense, that's the only context where I would be upset. Not that if an insurance agent comes up to me and straight up just says, hey, I'm selling insurance, I would never think you're a scam. Yeah, I wouldn't negatively perceive that because my expectations are totally tallied with what I'm seeing firsthand. So that's my take on it.
Makes sense shit going on.
Yeah.
That's true. So,
So I'm wondering how you guys get leads. Like how do you, or what kind of demographic would be best for you guys? Is it like the younger demographic? Is it old people because they're scared to die? Or is it like, right? I mean, I don't know, right? Wait, what? Or is it like I don't know, there's so many different ways. Like if I was an insurance agent, I would be thinking about things like this. Like who are the best leads for me and what's going to help me get the highest conversion rate, right? Because if it's like university students who don't have insurance, that might be a potential demographic. But then if it's people who already have insurance and don't want to change their mind, potentially I don't want to pursue. So how do you guys like think about the leads that you generate?
Okay, to be frank, right? To me, I think that every age is also very important to get insurance coverage. All right. Of course, many people would think that I need to like target like, you know, at the
certain
age
target.
of like maybe 25 to 30 because this group of people, they are very rich and so on.
Yeah.
But to me, it's why do I like have this high range reason? Because I'm thinking that insurance is not about selling. is about like how are we going to educate someone as a financial planning. This is what I always tell my friends, my clients. Like when I first educate them about insurance, then they have the big idea on getting actually insurance is not only just a medical card. Right, I'm not sure whether like to you would think that is insurance equals to medical card only.
It's often sold together with financial planning, where
something
you
behind
fork in
also.
a certain amount of money every month, and then at a certain age you get a certain ROI, right? And then that's supposed to be a retirement fund. That's how
That's
I
your
perceive it.
That's your understanding.
Yeah. It's usually coupled with insurance. So medical insurance is one, and then you have that financial aspect, which is an investment. That's how I see it, but correct me if I'm wrong.
Do you have insurance?
I do, but I only pay for insurance. I only pay for medical insurance, and I
You
don't.
need to follow up with your agent, I think, because clearly you don't know what you're paying for. Right? It kind of feels that way, right? I think you need to follow up, like, hey, what am I actually paying for? You get to know.
Yeah. I think truthfully, I don't know what I'm paying for from
I think
a medical.
that's the problem, you know.
Yeah.
That's why people perceive insurance is or scam or some shit. Like they just pay and then they assume like, you know what, anything happen to me, I'm covered. And then when something happen, I'm not covered because they don't know what they are entitled for, and then they say scam. You know, that's fine.
True. I see.
Ah.
So, from what I'm gathering is that the person who purchases insurance doesn't truly know what is covered and what's not, and in an attempt to claim, their inability to claim leads them to conclude that
It's
this
scam.
agent is a scam.
But then whose fault is that though? Is it the agent's fault that
Okay, because like I believe like those days, those insurance and nowadays their insurance is really very different. Yeah, it's really very different. So I believe that I think client have this kind of they lose
Awareness,
their trust. They lose their trust to even insurance company or either even to agents. So I think this is an issue. Like that's why there's a so-called scam.
just because there's a failed understanding
Yes.
on what you can get
Yes.
and what you think you can get. That's our
And you know,
problem.
sometimes my clients, right, because like if let's say they don't understand English or BM, you know, in the black and white format, because insurance like you will need a lot of terms and conditions, like what is covered, what is not covered. Yeah, so this is an issue. Like they only can trust the agent to purchase insurance, so they are unable to read the black and white paper.
And then some might take advantage, hence to lead to this kind of stuff.
Yes.
You.
Yes.
Are there really insurance agents who take advantage?
Are they?
Yeah.
Shit, fuck, serious.
Yes. And I always heard a lot of complaints. You know, sometimes like people will have
Experience,
complaints.
Yeah.
See, that's why you don't need to get from OPV sisters, man. Legit. Bro, do you need to get your policy
Insurance.
reviewed? Reviewed?
Reviewed?
Free reviewing going on here?
It's okay.
You don't even know! Bro, you don't even know what you're paying for. Come
Yeah, you
on.
should get
Yeah.
review.
You
Probably
get
should. Probably
reviewed,
should.
you know.
Objectively, probably should.
I should get mine reviewed
Financial
because
check.
my mom is an insurance agent. So whenever those people call me, right? Hey, you want to buy insurance? Of course, they don't say that. I'm like, it's okay. My mom is an insurance. Then they be like, oh yes, how long already? Then I just say 35 years, brother, longer than you. Then he okay, thank you. Then buy. You know, they don't counter me. So I just want to ask, actually, how? Okay, so when you join a company, I'm sure there are certain type of requirements like missions that you must do. Are one of those missions like take your phone and then call
Call each of them.
call each of your friends and see which one can potential blah blah blah, because I do get some, I'm sure you do get some of your friends messaging
Calls.
you is this a must is this one of the requirement in the insurance company?
No.
No.
Like,
Not,
no.
Yeah.
It's not
It's
compulsory,
probably the
yeah,
agency leaders
Yeah.
that requires them
to do it.
so.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that
Yeah.
I thought sometimes like, you know, when you come inside like, okay, call your friends, see which one
You
can
can list down
sign.
all your friends list and then you one by one you call each of
Yes,
them, right?
yeah.
Yeah. Not necessary.
Not necessarily lah. Oh, but it's still, is it still? I mean, it's just still being done at some other agencies or whatsoever, no?
Yeah, probably.
It is lah. That's why lah. Getting
probably.
friends calling me all.
Oh, so someone like call you. I believe that, you know, sometimes I notice one thing, like either this person come out for direct selling or either, you know, come out for insurance. I believe so lah. Like
These two,
sometimes
sir.
when you receive a call or, you know,
Yeah.
receive from Facebook friends.
Sometimes I receive
Yeah.
a call from my friend like, hey, what's up? I thought they talking to me like gonna go yum chan shit. But then before I put that phone, I'm like, bro, are you gonna sell me shit or some crap? You better tell me now. Then they say, yeah, actually I want to talk
So
to
will
you.
you come out?
Did you come?
Then they will say, okay, actually I want to talk to you about this. Then I was like,
Ah.
what's the thing? If if they can sell to me at that time, then I say, okay, I'll come. But if you fail, I won't come. Yeah, I give them the doubt, you know, because I know they want to make money as well. So I don't just shut them off, you know. So, and they are my friend, you know. So I will listen to them. I will be honest with them. Bro, you got 5 minutes to tell me why this is good, and then I will come. If not, I won't. Because I'm 1.5 hours at the mama, I could be playing game or sleeping, man. You know, it's very beneficial. I mean, you were expecting me to say I've been making money, but no, I'm actually playing Dota or sleeping. But still, so I'll be very honest with them. But I get calls sometimes like, hey, do you think you can save $1 in one day? I'm like, hell yeah, I can. You know? And then I'll be like, then she'll be like, financial plan. I'm like, nah, it's fine. You know, they just call and straight away say that, you know, I don't like it, man. do you like it, Drew? Hey, you can say $1 one day.
I've never gotten a call like that before.
You haven't gotten
Yeah,
that?
I haven't gotten
Yeah,
this
that's
kind
quite
of-
unique.
Yeah.
I don't know who the fuck your friend is, but your friend is a real piece of work.
See, hey, boy, you think you can save $1 in one day? I'm like, yeah, I can. And then financial plan. Yeah. I hate it, bro. Wow,
But what's the motivation for selling insurance? Is it because from what I'm understanding, it's strictly monetary? It's strictly like you know, I want to derive some sort of profit from it. But you know, in other lines or in other careers, you hear people, especially in like creative industries, where people talk about their passion for it, you know, so to speak, right? Like whether it's film or advertising or whatever the case may be. I don't often hear that when it comes to insurance.
Yeah.
I don't often hear people say I have a passion for it inherently, and it doesn't matter how much I make. So is it strictly for monetary purposes?
Do you want to answer that first?
That is for you. And again, I don't think it's a right or wrong answer. Honestly,
Yeah.
a job is a job sometimes. It's fine.
Okay, maybe I can share you all like what is the reason
You came
for
back.
me to jump from a corporate world to an insurance industry? Because sorry, time no, not really time lah.
Money.
Um,
Then you let you say.
well, money is one of it, but money is not,
Not the
the
priority,
major.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not the very first thing. But the very first thing is I'm thinking that working in the insurance line is very meaningful. How do I say so? Like for example, if let's say when we when we ask someone to even like save, you know, get covered, if let's say anything happens to this person, we are able to like pay a check to this person or even like they get claimed.
out.
These are the satisfaction that I believe I'm very satisfied
I
to be
see.
frank. Yeah.
Oh, that's
So
super
this
interesting.
is-
I never looked at it that way. So it's viewed as a way of helping people.
Yes.
Mother Teresa.
Interesting.
Really Mother Teresa.
Is that sentiment the same for you, Xiang Mei? Is
Yeah,
that the same?
same as well. That's why I wanted to share. I mean, I'm just thinking one of the thoughts lah. I mean, like it's like at first, of course, you talk about monetary. Is definitely is the first one, right? When you come in, when you're looking at it as a 6 years of commission, yeah, most of the insurance company pays out like 6 years commission. And then I came to realize I've been in the industry for like 7 years to now, and I actually remember one of the major claim I claimed around 100,000 of critical illness.
What the fuck happened there?
Yeah, it's a cancer. It's a cancer, like, you
Then
know.
you got
My
1K.
client has gotten a cancer, and I paid out the check, and they feel very grateful after.
Yeah.
That was the moment I find that wow, my career, my job is like such a meaningful.
That's true. That's true. Yeah.
Just-
Yeah, it's 100,000.
for sure.
You know, like
Just
you
want to
know.
Yeah,
ask,
dude, forgot it's cancer, man.
Did he give you like 1K? Like, hey, take 1K.
No lie.
Why not, right? Why not, right?
This fucking cancer up is probably 400k, bro. 100k probably only partially pays for it.
I'm just asking him, like, you know, oh, thank you so much for the 1K. You know, I can't take his 1K, like, you know, take it as a thank you. No.
So the standard is 6 years commission, which,
No idea.
correct me if I'm wrong, means that if on year 1 I close a sale, arbitrarily 4 years later I will still be getting commission from that sale.
Yes.
What fuck?
Yeah. That's why our income is like accumulating
Accumulated.
every year. Yeah.
Oh, that's fucking dope, dude.
Bro, I didn't know about that. I didn't know about
I'm not gonna lie,
that.
man.
I
That's
didn't know
fucking
about that.
amazing.
Yeah, that's not bad. So, person A buys medical
Insurance.
and buys some stuff from you
Life,
lah.
yeah,
Life,
okay.
okay, to protect himself. And then throughout the 6 years, person A continue pay,
Yes.
and all is fine with him. And you also still get a certain portion.
Yep.
Provided that he continues. But
Renew,
if
continue
renew,
renew, sir.
then suddenly he stop, then you stop yours also.
Yes,
Yes,
definitely.
definitely.
Oh, so you must continue to service. servicing in a way, servicing for his own good and also for your own welfare lah.
And I believe servicing is not just that 6 years it's like
After
you
that
have to
also.
continue.
Yeah.
Alright, that's
Yeah.
just okay. So what if in this progress, in this time frame, right? So he did live lah, okay, and then suddenly like he met into a life-threatening accident. So then AIA have to cash out to him what or something, right? Give
Cash out,
give money to him, right?
yeah.
So does this affects the commission rate or some stuff like that?
Good question.
Commission rate.
I don't know. That's what I'm asking.
No, I mean once it claims out, the life is already end. The policy is already like
policy end.
yeah, end already.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Then he must rebuy. Is it?
Rebuy. Okay, for example, a life insurance, right? It's like 1 million of sum assured. So if the person die, immediately the
Okay.
pays out the money, right?
Okay.
1 million, and the policy is already
okay,
terminate
he's
lah.
dead lah.
Is that okay?
dead
But
lah.
what if this guy ain't dead but he patah tangan, not patah, he lose his hand?
TBD, like
Total
total
permanent
permanent disabled.
TBD, okay, TBD.
Yeah,
Just,
TBD.
so TBD is to be confused. TBD.
Okay, TBD is total permanent disabled.
Okay,
Yeah.
and then okay, we just say a random clause that this guy gets 200k because of TBD lah, okay?
Okay.
TBD, right?
TBD.
Gone. He
Okay.
kena parang or some shit lah, right? So then AIA, OPB sister will give you, not OPB sister, AIA will give 200,000. Does the policy continues after that?
Yeah, okay. There's this in that policy actually there's this rider lah. I mean rider. Okay, rider is like a a nasi. It's like you're ordering a nasi lemak, right?
Okay.
Like a nasi,
Side dish.
and then side dishes like you got the sambal, you got the kacang,
Okay,
and
So are you telling me he used his kacang finish already, then he still got egg and nasi left, is it?
he still left the nasi ma, right?
Oh, but his kacang gone already.
Okay.
What? Oh wait.
But he needs. No, there's some policy that this rider is called waiver, means you don't have to pay the premium anymore, but this protection is still continue to protects you the benefits.
What?
That means if it's a person already kena TPD, right? And then there's this rider lah, it's called waiver, means the person doesn't have to pay the insurance, but still continue to
They can enjoy the
enjoy the
policy.
benefits lah. Still
Yeah.
enjoying the policy.
Until the maturity.
Yeah.
What?
You know that?
You know this? Bro, I didn't know
know
that
that.
shit.
Okay.
Bro.
Let's review the policy.
Here we go, boys. wait. Okay, so correct me if I'm wrong, okay? This guy who, let's say, pays 500 a month, okay, for his
Okay.
insurance, right? Gone, arm is gone, okay?
Yep.
He gets his 200k or whatever the amount
okay.
is. In
By
that,
right, you still need to continue to pay, right?
Yeah, so by right, in my mind, after everything is
I think
fine,
I must
right?
say-
I continue paying 500 to continue being insured for my right arm. I don't know whatever the fuck it is,
Okay.
whatever's left of me, lah. Right? Yeah.
Okay.
But in what you're saying is, I don't have to pay the 500 anymore,
But-
and
Yes.
I still get covered.
Yes.
So if my right arm gone after that,
I still
you still
get 200k.
I'll get another 200k.
no,
It depends on the
that means on the
policy.
policy lah, the
depends
sum
on
assured
policy.
lah. How much you left
Is it always this way? Is it always that if I claim a large amount, then after that I don't?
It depends on
have
the
to
policy rider. Like, do you
Yeah.
have this rider or not?
pay? Oh.
This rider is like just now you mentioned the kacang.
The kacang, yeah, the
So
kacang.
this is why there's a lot of bad stigma about insurance because they are very unclear about this kind of
Yes.
things.
Yes.
bro.
Yeah.
Even now, after you telling me, I'm only understand kacang, but I don't know about egg and shit. Like. So
Okay.
this is just one of the.
This kind of thing, like sometimes agents they don't mention to the.
I
to
think
the
you better
client.
mention this kind of crap to me, man, before I
Yeah.
buy. Yeah, because I'm very accident prone. You know, I broke my hand, leg, face, you name it, bro. John was there, so I'm in. Yeah.
So I'm assuming if the rider is in the clause, that the premium should be higher to reflect the possibility of this guy losing his arm. And not
Higher as
anything.
in the premium.
Yeah. So if like
Definitely.
right, if you
Yeah.
have two clauses that are completely identical, one with a rider, one without, I'm assuming the one with rider is more expensive than the other.
Yes.
How much more expensive?
month lah, I
The
would say.
waiver itself, I think, is around 100 plus. Just add on another 100
add
plus.
another 100
yeah,
lah.
per year.
Per year.
Yeah, per year. It's not. Yeah, it's not per month.
Bro, that's like what, 80 cents
It's
per
quite.
month, bro.
It's quite reasonable,
That's
but
not-
depending
To my
on the-
understanding-
but it's also depending on the age.
To my understanding of total permanent disability, it means like 2 eyes,
Yeah.
2 hands, and 2 legs. It's not like one hand patah,
Patah already, then you can claim.
Oh, not patah, is mampus.
What is mampus?
Gone.
Gone.
Mampus lah, disaster, like gone, you know.
But you know our company we have a function on if let's say for example you are piano teacher, okay, if within the 3 years
This is like
you're
those-
unable to the hand can't function, even though the hand is still there, we are still able to claim.
Right. Like
There's this
paralysis or
definition.
whatever
It's
it
called
is.
suitor occupation.
I'm
Yeah.
sure footballers
Yeah.
have their leg injured.
Yeah,
that means
yeah.
confirm.
Yeah.
Ronaldo, bro, definitely.
Definitely, they are very high insured. Definitely.
Like my leg worth $1 billion. Ronaldo, bro, definitely, man.
Can you imagine?
Shit, serious. So that's how TPD works.
Yes.
Bro, I didn't know that, bro.
But this is only our company that give this occupation.
Yeah.
Oh, so other companies have their own variations, like just but
Okay,
it's more or
like
less
the
same,
normal,
is
the
it?
definition of TPD is like, just like you say, like 2 eyes, 2 hand, and 2 leg, and any of the 2 parts you can claim under TPD.
Both must have gone or one of it can be gone.
No, you can't
Both.
be both. Either one, like 1 eye, 1 hand.
Oh, okay.
But one ear doesn't count.
No,
Because-
doesn't count.
Bro, even if you remove your ear, you just don't have that thing, but you still can
You
hear
can't
lah.
cut both ears lah.
No lah, right? I mean, all of it's bad. What if like my whole jaw falls off? I don't know. I can't chew. That's a
Bro,
total
I think
permanent disability by my
if your jaw falls off, you are dead, bro.
Fair enough.
You are dead, brother.
Fair enough. Yes, that's true. Might be true.
Okay, like no amount of blood is okay. Okay. So that's TPD. Wow.
Yeah, it's very interesting, right?
Bro,
That's the
this
normal
is-
of the understanding of
I was
TPD.
not
Yeah.
prepared for this, bro. I thought
Is it also true that if you purchase insurance at an older age, it's more expensive?
no. I think they were the risk of is higher risk, then you all will evaluate whether they are suitable to be purchased. If they got higher risk of maybe dying or whatever crap, then you won't sell. But is it must that y'all don't sell? It's because of the risk, is it, or what?
No, we still cover.
we-
Like just now I mentioned when the demographic, right? I like. Of course, it depends because every company have their entry age on purchasing on different kind of policies.
So what's the entry age?
Every company have different age, so like life insurance they have until age
Under age of 70.
70.
Yeah,
After
medical to
70, then
70.
you
Yeah.
die lah.
Yeah, like if those people who are above than 70, then they cannot.
They cannot buy,
lah.
but
They cannot buy
let's
lah.
say
But they can buy before they're 70.
so they buy until before 70, then last them until 90, so it will last until 90.
Yeah, they can last until 100.
100.
Yeah, nowadays the medical they are covers until like unlimited, you know. Not like those days,
Not
you know,
like
the
old
old
time
policy.
lah.
Yeah, it's like covered at a certain age of 70.
It's all the competitive right there, man.
Aside from
Because-
age, are there any other criteria that will disallow me to buy insurance? So if it's over 70, I can't buy, right? Is there anything else that could
People who
exclude
are
me?
unhealthy.
Yeah. So tell me a bit more about that. Is it like diabetics, people with kidney failure? What kind of criteria is like would disqualify you from purchasing insurance?
Okay, as I think like what you share, like diabetic, right? People who is
Diabetes
already
cannot.
medical cannot.
So what if when I bought a medical card
Okay.
and then I get diabetes? That's good.
Yeah lah. I mean, you
Then it's
you
fine
still
lah.
that one is fine lah.
Oh,
That one
but
is fine lah.
after that you cannot.
But if let's say the person doesn't have a medical insurance and then she realized that she already has a
Highlight lah.
diabetic lah, is considered as pre-existing illness, then the possibility of getting a medical insurance is 50-50. So it's chances is very slim. Yeah.
Diabetes also.
So the young, I mean like sometimes young people also sometimes will kena
Yeah,
diabetic
bro,
also. You
I've
never.
heard.
But there is another policy that this person still can purchase, right?
PA.
PA lah.
Personal
Personal
accident.
Personal
lah.
accident.
And then the cancer.
Cancer protection plan.
protection.
Yeah, we
But
do have that.
GE, I mean, medical cannot.
Medical,
You all will put
medical,
review
I
lah.
would say, yeah. Medical, unlikely.
There is an
lah, but
underwriting
you
team.
need to go through as well.
Yeah. So before we purchase a policy, right, there is an underwriter to underwrites whether this person is able to purchase the policy or not. Yeah. If let's say
Yeah.
for example, if this person, let's say he went to America, and then got a checkup, okay, like he found out that this person have the first stage of cancer, example.
Okay.
So when he flies back to Malaysia, and then he purchased his medical card, maybe the highest plan.
Okay.
Okay, so the underwriter also will know that this person whether went to other country to do any
Does she
checkup or
undergo
not.
any
How
like?
would you know that?
I think there's a computerized system, right?
No. There's in our financial underwriting. There's a list, you know, like whether in the next 3 months will you be traveling to overseas or
Then
not?
they check the passports
Yeah,
and shit.
they will
like,
check
Yes,
your
yes.
your medical
Oh, so
records.
you will do a throughout check to see whether we are qualified.
So there is a waiting period as well after when
Yeah.
you purchase a policy. Yeah, these are a lot of exclusion and then waiting
Too much
period.
info today.
So most of the agent they don't really mention about the waiting period. You know, when is it effective once you actually purchase the insurance? Like for example, today you're like a customer, right? You purchase a plan, and I would say like, okay, starting from today, and there's actually a 100. Do you know why there's 120 days of waiting period? That's what I know. Do you guys know the 120 days of waiting period?
I always assumed they had time to check your medical records up, but that's all I
Okay.
thought of.
I don't know. I thought because you all just take time to do your processing, you know.
Don't know what the processing.
Yeah, like you all need 3 months to to file and shit. Yeah, okay.
Okay,
That's
the reason
4
why
months.
actually the reason why there's a 120 days of waiting period is just in case if let's say I purchase the insurance and then the next month I kena dengue, definitely can like, because it's dengue food poisoning is due to accident,
Yeah.
that is effective. But if it's like considered like diabetic, hypertension,
Right.
that is not covered
Yeah.
within the 120 days.
Because you may have known that you had it before.
Yes.
Oh, so they prevent fraud lah or some shit.
They think that, you know, or what's the reason why you want
Why suddenly you
Yeah.
want to buy?
yeah, why suddenly you want to buy insurance and then
Why,
then second month you want to go for a hospital for what?
Oh, so that's why it's 4 months lah, because it gives you enough time to identify if there's any diabetes or high blood pressure kind of
Yeah,
shit.
whatever.
Fuck me, bro. This kind of
But even though like within 1 year lah, in the year, you know, then this person like admitted to hospital due to some reasons, insurance company also usually has a right, reserve the right to investigate before even give the.
I mean, it's only fair lah.
Yeah.
It's fair.
Yeah, it's
I
fair.
won't say anything about
So
that.
we won't say like no 120 days only you are start effective. I usually wouldn't say that to my clients as well. I would say like, you know, probably you would take at least 1 or 2 years, you know, completely
To be
to
secure
be
lah.
secured lah. 2 years later, then you are completely covered already, no matter whatever whatever things happen.
So what if an individual gets diabetes and then after that they heal? Can we heal from from diabetes? You don't get healed.
under
I retract back my question. I retract it back. My lack of general knowledge. Sorry. Okay. Yes. I retract it back. Wow, bro.
But even diabetes is divided into 2 parts. One of which is hereditary, and the other of which is self-inflicted. It wouldn't be fair for the hereditary. I forget if it's type 1 or type 2. The hereditary one,
What is hereditary?
the ones that you were fucking born with.
Oh.
Shit, that's genes, bro.
Yeah, like it's like
Ah,
you're born
how-
into it. Like that's not fair to exclude you from purchasing insurance,
Who are
right?
you to get born by your...
That's why there's
How do
a
you-
question during the underwriter. They ask whether like is any of your siblings or your parents, biological parents, and then who else are?
Okay,
Your-
my grandfather got diabetes, so I will
At the
have
age
a
of
risk, is it?
don't know before
65.
Yeah, before 65. They will ask you this question.
Then you need to answer.
You need to answer.
Wait, so if I got diabetes because I was born with it,
It's your fault.
will you exclude me from buying insurance?
I think this one must go back to the underwriter.
This one
I
I
can't-
see.
I believe
Yeah.
this is a congenital case.
Yeah, congenital
Yeah.
condition. Because congenital is a fall under exclusion.
Continental.
Yeah,
water,
it's
like,
quite
you know,
sad lah if the person like, you know,
born with diabetes.
born with diabetes. But for so far out of this, I don't think people have asked lah, born to have. Really? Do they?
Yeah.
Oh.
Born with diabetes.
Of
Yeah.
course.
Who?
It's very real.
I don't know.
I mean, I don't
Is it
know
common?
anyone personally. It's
We have a cousin that's like that.
oh really?
Yeah.
What?
Our cousin
Really?
has it, yeah.
Born with diabetes.
Yeah.
Born with
In
diabetes.
Canada.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
It's I mean I don't
So-
know if it's common or not, lah, but I've heard of it.
So your underwriters or whoever in charge will do a checking on her to see whether it's can or not. Because bro, it's so sad, bro. She born with diabetes.
Yeah.
Damn.
But normally when someone purchase the policy, like even when the mom pregnant, like they actually start to buy for the baby. We call the baby insurance, baby
Yeah.
baby plan.
Baby
That makes
plan.
sense.
Oh, we have
Yeah.
baby insurance too.
Yeah.
The fuck.
Those would be good leads.
Those
Those what?
Those would be good leads.
Oh.
In my opinion. Mothers will do anything for their unborn
Yeah,
child.
bro.
Yes, yes,
Try
yes,
to
yes,
protect
definitely.
baby Matthew.
It's like good leads, man. Got good leads and bad leads for sure.
Got like, oh, it's attacking my child, you know?
Yeah, I mean, you're a mother, right? You're bracing yourself for giving birth.
You know,
you
baby
wanna
actually
make
is
sure-
very, very high risk.
Why?
So at the age of before 5, their insurance policy is very high premium.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because they don't have an immune system and they get
Yes.
sick a lot. And
Yes.
God knows what. Yeah,
Yes.
that makes sense.
There's something new to you.
Wow, bro. Oh, yo.
With
the
a
lot
lot
we
of
are
knowledge.
Bro, I never felt this way as how when
Yeah.
it's like I'm back to college where all this. Okay.
So it's really very interesting to know.
Yeah, a
Yeah.
lot of
Yeah.
things are actually very interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, so knowing all of this information that you have, right? So when you go to a client, you only answer what they ask, right? I mean, there's so much thing to say. So how do you find the time, or how do you provide them all this relevant information that they should know? Like, let's say for example, like Xiang Mei, I come to you, I want to buy this insurance. So I will ask you what I think I know. But of course, there are questions that I wouldn't think I need to know now, but I should know. But I never ask you. So how do you convey that relevant information that I should know as well? to me. You just like suddenly like, hey, Polly, do you remember that? Blah, 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 you know, or what?
I don't remember, right?
Obviously, I don't remember. So how do you do such thing? Yeah, like I think the only time I would probably come back to you is when something bad happened to me. Like, oh fuck shit, Xiang Mei,
I regretted.
I got diabetes. How? You know, I'll probably come to that, and then you will say, oh blah 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 blah, and then I'll if I didn't know, my general instinct is going to be like, hey, why never tell me this before? You know, I mean, that's going to happen, right? So do you guys have like any? Because there will be follow-ups with your clients, right? Do you take the initiative to actually say, hey, this is our new thing. Do take note that if you have diabetes or high blood pressure whatsoever, blah, 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 it will affect a premium whatsoever. All this additional information that we should know. This is a damn hard question, right?
I'm thinking how to answer you that.
Answer means they got answer. Okay, because I feel like I should know this kind of crap.
No, because if to answer that question, I would say like everyone has their own stage of needs lah. Like like what is their priority? Like for example, if like those young adults between like 20 to 35, what do you think these people are concerned right now? I would usually ask them, is it their income? Is it their protection? And then things like their living expenses and these kind of things. Then I would try to answer them and then to see, okay, so what's your plan for the next 3 to 5 years? Do you plan to get any houses? Do you plan to get any cars? And if they say they have the plans, so where does the money come from? I would usually ask them. They say, oh, I usually save money in the bank. You know, I started to invest in putting in stocks and things like that. Then so I will rephrase it and share with them some financial planning of the concept.
Basically, you understand the client first.
And then you give what they need.
Yes.
You must meet a lot of different people.
Yeah, definitely.
Which just tells me, I'm sure you meet a lot of weird people.
Yeah, you know,
Yeah, definitely.
Crazy people.
With that being said, what's the weirdest shit that ever happened to you?
Sure, got
Oh
some.
my goodness.
See,
I really want to answer
I
that.
want to know. Hey, just say. You know what? Okay, if you say, I will say the weirdest shit that I've done in my life.
Oh, really?
Let's see.
Alright.
I'll do it.
Weird shit.
I'll do it. You say first. You say then I'll say. Then Drew say so.
My life very boring. Sit in the office at the same time laptop.
You know, right? Because
The weirdest
because we
customer.
are,
Weirdest,
because I'm a girl, alright. I'm a insurance.
I can see that.
Yeah, alright. Okay, so
Insurance.
normally when the guys, especially stranger, I would say.
They should listen to you.
I hope that this person won't see this video.
It's okay.
Okay, anyway, probably he don't
Don't watch
listen
lah.
English.
I don't-
But anyway,
Yeah,
it's like
English.
every day text me like, have you eaten?
Wow.
Like, you know, where are you? Now, oh, this is really very scary to be frank.
But did he buy though?
Have not.
Have
not yet.
What the fuck?
That's
He-
why
doesn't
I
wanna close
didn't
you.
plan to.
Oh, but
No, he wanted to purchase. Actually, just a few days ago only.
But if you close, you have to service him for problems. How long?
Yeah,
That's why I was like, oh.
So like that, I feel like
That's why I have to be really very careful, especially this kind of clients lah. So I noticed that the moment when he every day asks me this type of question, I tend to don't reply this type of answer.
So you blue tick him lah.
No, I answer him other
Don't reply.
things. Like
Oh.
let's say, cause like he asked like, have you eaten?
Then you say.
Then he will ask the second question. So I always answer the second thing. Yeah, it's
So
like
you avoid.
Which is
yeah,
like
I
what?
try to avoid. Yeah.
Have you eaten? Yeah, the sky is blue. Yeah, the sky is blue. Wow.
Yeah. So this is the things that I believe that we have to be very careful. Because these are strangers.
Is that the weirdest thing though?
Is that the
Yeah.
weirdest?
I feel like this.
Consider.
I feel like what I was expecting, right, is that
Mm.
what you describe is common.
most
Like in
most
my
happen
mind,
to
yeah,
ladies.
yeah.
Oh.
I feel like if I were to speak to, I have some other insurance
Okay.
insurance friends as well. They tell me these stories quite often, especially when they're female. They can do a lot one.
Yeah. You don't have to be
Yeah.
insurance agent. It's just Facebook. Hello.
Yeah.
Send nudes.
So far, Jesus.
Okay.
But that's the weirdest so far lah. Okay.
Yeah, to me.
I see. Yeah.
Weirdest
Yeah. Hey, you were here for
I think
7
my
years,
no.
bro.
I think it's like quite similar like her lah.
But then your
I
flash
think
you.
like been texting me every single day, never fail. Every like good morning, like good morning dear. I was like,
Wow.
whoa. I was like, okay.
Yo, that's
Then I just
deep.
like don't reply lah. Then got once he said that he wants to come to my office and see me. Then I said, okay, what's the reason? I asked him lah, what's the reason you want to see me lah? I straight away said that because I said
Why you want
why you want to see me? You know.
Then he
Then he
said,
said he just want to catch up with me. Then I
Catch
say,
up?
then he said he want to catch up with me. Then I said, okay, just wait lah. I just wait and wait until like almost like 2 months later. I say, okay, now I'm free. You want to see me, right? I just say, you want to see me, right? Can. Okay, where to meet? I say, what's the reason you want to meet me?
Still wait after
He
that,
still want to,
Wow,
yeah, he
this
still,
guy-
yes, 2 months already, you know.
Boyfriend material.
Every single thing never fails.
material, bro.
Dude, he's motherfucking 2 months, dude.
Yeah.
His patience is next
His
level.
patience is next
I will
level.
honestly give him a shot, lah.
I'm a right. I mean, it feels weird.
No, it's
but
been very
he's a
weird.
Good guy, he patient max.
No.
2 months he wait for you, you know. Jeez, need price, bro.
I even have to purposely wear the ring, you know.
Purposely you bought a ring and then just wear it and you're like, oh fuck, no.
Yeah, I said that, you know, I'm married already, you know. Like
Oh,
some,
you
I
commitment.
said, I even lied to him, you know, I said that I'm, you know, I'm
How
already
old is
married.
this guy? What does he do?
40 plus.
40
He already has a family, yeah.
Bro, yo.
And then, you know, I was like, you know, why don't you like accompany your wife, you know, family day, you know. Then he said, no worries, I just want to, you know, chit chat with you, you know, just
This
want
guy
to hang out.
horny
I
for
was
some
like,
young
what?
bloods lah, bro. Definitely pedo maximum. Bro.
Yeah, I just don't care about him.
Wow.
Yeah, that's the weirdest lah so
I
far
think
lah.
for guys and
He even
girls,
followed me once
in
to.
Instagram.
He even asked me where do I stay. Then I said,
what's Tanjung Maling, bro? This is Tanjung Maling. Yeah.
Why is it Tanjung
I don't
Maling?
know. Wrong. Sorry, Tanjung Rambutan. That's what I said. Just Tanjung Rambutan.
Very big difference.
Yeah, I said it wrongly, bro. This is Tanjung Rambutan. I think for girls and guys there are different type of
100%.
yeah. I think most for girls, right, in this industry, the most they will face are very similar type of situations.
yeah,
right?
weird lah.
Or you guys have other friends
I think girls are benefit in terms of doing this type. I mean, as a
Don't say such
sales,
thing,
but then
It
it's
sounds like the guys are not benefiting
yeah,
it.
I think it's 100% true.
I think you're true. And that is what is so sad.
yes,
Dude. Okay, continue.
Okay.
yeah.
If only we are a girl and we can sell insurance, right? Is it really? Do some of your guys colleague and come and say
Not to say sell insurance. I think
servicing
Sales
lah.
in general.
Sales,
lah.
yes, sales in
All
general.
you need to do is hi, done.
Not that
Smile.
easy, lah. I
No,
think. but-
hello, woo, gone. Bro, I think there are cases where when a girl approach and say hello and talk and the people just sign up,
Probably.
right?
The world's a big place.
Even
Will you guys like because of the girl say hi to you and talk to you and you will continue listen to them?
Hell fuck no, bro.
No.
Hello, no way, bro.
I think
Will you?
I generally listen to everyone.
Okay.
I a bit
Alright.
pushover one lah, right? You talk to me, I won't say like, hey, what to do. I'll just lie on you, whether you're a girl or guy, I lie on you the whole way. Then after that only I sit in my car, I'm like, oh, that's not.
The thing is, right, you know why I cannot answer like Drew? Because no sales girl approach me. Fuck, you don't laugh. Because I'm Indian. Why are you laughing so much? Wow, you that bad, right? Yeah, but true, no one approached me.
Being buff doesn't help, by the way.
Fuck.
Being buff does not make
Okay.
doesn't help your
You
case.
Change white skin.
Every time when I walk in
Maybe a take off version.
Yeah, probably will make a difference.
Every time I walk in Mid Valley, right, you know there's
Yeah.
Citibank, there's HSBC, one at the ground floor near the KFC, one at I don't know, maybe second floor opposite Europe, whatever shop lah. Every time I walk past that, I will see them approaching people. Then I'll tell my girlfriend, like, they won't approach me. Then I walk, never approach. Never.
You walk
So
again,
your
ah.
girlfriend will
Continue
I
walking.
want, so I did a test. If Citibank, you're watching this, your salesperson are racist because I really want to buy a Citibank card, bro.
You talk to the
I
sales
really no. I jual mahal, okay? All right. So I asked my girlfriend, you walk, then they approach them. Her. I tak puas, you know. So yeah, I no salesperson ever approached me like, unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
Wow, it must be so bad. You know what? It's very easy for you guys to approach any people from other races, right?
Yeah, I think that's just it.
Yeah.
Don't be sad.
It's okay, Boogie. You don't do sales, so it's fine.
I used to do sales last time, so approaching Chinese people is my biggest difficulties. Last time, because last time I worked in a sales company, I sell
But it depends. If let's say someone is really very friendly, like someone that smiles to me, I will like continue.
that's the
listens.
thing, you know, that's my problem because I get a lot of
You over smile, over friendly. Hey, hey.
So sometimes I see those
Ciao.
girls are like, hello, ni hao, then woo, then I like, so what do I do lah?
What the hell?
What do I do? So they come to me, how do you approach Chinese girls? I mean, in a
Like
sales
that,
term lah, like
begging
this
for
begging lah, bro. When I go to Indian or Malay, senang cerita, bro. Chinese aunties, Chinese girls, Chinese guys can lah, you know, guy damn simple one. Let me show you. You see, you don't say anything, their hand will come automatically. That is one way to stop guys.
Your mama also have
Hey,
handshake.
just handshake. They don't fuck. But the hand will come out, and then you handshake. Done. But girls, bro.
I think because they just want to protect themselves.
What? Excuse me.
It's like, duh.
Stereotype shit. Protect yourself from who? Me? Bro, I'm the most friendliest motherfucker out there in the world.
They
Bro.
don't know lah.
Never lah. This is probably the only thing I hate about in the sales industry, man. They stereotype me, you know. Dude. Unless they know me, like different story, like, you know.
Yeah.
Or unless I approach them, then I talk to them in Chinese, they're like, "Wow, you sure Hua Yu ma?" Then I say I don't want to buy. I probably say I don't want to buy after that because they never approach me, then I just walk away. I'm a bad society. I'm a bad society.
If you don't mind me asking, what does the commission look like the commission structure, when you make a sale?
And also because I'm not very familiar, I'm sure most of us are also not familiar the progression in insurance as well. Like what do you do and then you know? So
Yeah, okay. We actually have a program. So basically our company gives us a program. So I was in this program we call the Elite Academy program. Okay, we call it AIA Elite Academy. So what is this about? It's like we actually encourage people from either from corporate world or like, you know, they have experience in the working life to jump over into this insurance industry. So basically we actually have a basic salary for up to 9,000 per month.
okay.
Okay?
Bruce
Up
more
to
than you.
9,000 per okay. Give me a basic salary for me to continue because, you know, we have like high commitment. So this program actually like helps a lot of, like, for example, people that work in the corporate world for many years and then they are unable to jump up to become an insurance agent or advisor, I would say. So that is why we're actually giving out like 9,000 per month to help these people to come out from this kind of industry.
So it's like inviting them to come and also giving them the security that there are still salaries. Okay,
Yes,
fair
yes,
enough.
yes.
So from what Drew's asking, right? So how about the basic salary is there? Actually, I didn't know there's a basic salary until a few months ago only. Do you know there's basic salary? Oh, I didn't know. Okay, so from all the cases that you guys sell after that, then the commissions as per the cases that you sold will be added to the 9K.
No, actually 9K is just a basic.
Oh.
It's a basic. Then after that, the commission, it depends on what kind of policy. So we actually have investment and also like traditional type of policy. So yeah, it depends on what type of policy. Then you include the commission and then like
It could be
yeah,
if you hit a certain target of 9,000, it could be 5-figure.
Yes.
But this is it's up to 9,000 lah, right?
Yeah,
Depending on your experience and your background and whatnot, right?
Yes,
Okay,
yes,
I
yes.
see.
They will go for like initial interview.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what about the progression? So first you start as a standalone agent, you know, and then from there, what are the journey that you have to take to maybe eventually? Because sometimes when I drive to go to Sunway, I think I will see Norman Pang face at my left, MPG, you know, got MPG right there. So I'm assuming when you are at that level is where you have your own OPP
Company.
AIA, but you are running it as a whole, and then you are running.
Actually, OPV
legit.
is one of the top agency in AIA as
Oh,
well.
yes,
We are the youngest, youngest group of people.
which is being led by one individual, and
Yeah.
then you guys are probably the
Pioneers lah.
one of the
The
pioneers
pioneers
below,
lah.
right?
Yes,
So eventually, as you guys go through the journey, you will eventually be one of these individual as well. Is that how it goes?
I think is that what you want?
I think eventually just the end goal, right? Is that one of the end goal of both of you? Your end goal? Yeah, why you look at you? You become someone, and then you probably have your. So that's where instead of selling, where you still can sell, but you will lead teams to basically get money and help people lah. So that would be the ultimate.
In order to grow the income, right, we have to lead team.
So which means you take a commission out of the sales they make, right?
I think it's like the MLM shit, you know.
Yeah, I mean,
It's more or less like that
something,
lah. The structure
like
or the
that.
system lah.
Yeah. Because when you have your team, right, then you can, how you call it?
Create a system.
No, I mean like when you have the team, you can underwrite their
Underwrite their
commission.
their production their production. We also
You
can
just
get
some
their
passive lah, you know.
get some passive
Yes.
income.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By leading lah, okay.
Yeah,
How big is the group you're working with right now? OPV. How big is OPV?
30, 40?
No lah, more than that already. Now
50,
we
yeah.
are 50 already.
Wow. Okay. I mean,
Yeah,
for
because
that.
during this MCO, we actually
recruited
recruited
a
many
lot.
people.
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Job market opens up, so
Yeah.
you get to
Yeah.
hire more people.
Yep.
Makes sense.
Damn, bro.
And what's the average age for people in OPV?
I think 20.
Age 30. Our average age is around
Yeah.
30.
I see.
Young people.
Yeah,
I went
young
to your
people.
office before.
Oh, yeah.
Young people, bro.
Where's the office?
Sharas Taman Maluri.
Yeah, somewhere
Oh,
like that.
okay.
Yeah.
I see.
Don't go to
Yeah, so many people say that my
Don't go
our agency is like a lot of handsome guys.
Yes,
yeah,
yeah.
definitely.
Hey,
I
but
see.
we
You-
haven't
you
joined
agree
us, so
also.
where got such thing?
Yeah,
There's
that's why
a
the
pretty
40 plus
girl.
market is here.
Yeah. Why you need 40 people? We got so many handsome people in your. Okay,
They're pretty
okay.
girls like you know like
Oh,
us.
you know what? Hey, okay.
So smooth, just leave it in there.
Hey, self-praise, best praise, bro.
Facts in life.
Self-praise, best praise. Okay, so you guys been working there for quite some time. I just want to know the demographic of the agents working within OPV or within other friendly agencies that you guys know. Most of them Chinese or Malays or Indian.
Isn't she a no?
For me, okay. So most of them are Chinese. I would say like 70 to 80% are Chinese, and currently we have 10% of Malays,
And then-
and Indian is just one, which I recruited. Yeah, recently lah.
Cool.
Yeah, so it's a multicultural like kind of-
Multicultural? Minority, bro. What multicultural?
And mostly female.
That's a good question.
Male.
No. I think it's 50-50 ah.
50-50?
But males are more. Males
Very
are more.
interesting. Do
Yeah.
males do males do better?
The males are producers.
What?
Yeah.
What you guys doing, lah? Utilize the goods God gives to you, man. Hello. Wait, the males are the producers.
Yeah.
Damn. I thought the girls are the.
Regular supporters.
Oh, nice. Nice. See, this is something I never expect, you know. I thought usually the girls would be the high producer given just from the gender.
But maybe so ngam because our team is more guys.
Yes.
So ngam.
Mm.
So ngam.
So how do you guys recruit people in your agency?
Recruit people.
Yeah.
Because our agency we actually get the championship for the past 4 to 5 years, right?
Oh yeah. You mean
Yeah.
the consecutive
So
years.
what we do is we actually promote our OPV. Our OPV championship.
Actually, back
Yeah.
in 2014, when how we actually started when we forming an agency like in our company. During that time, I was the one of the few of the pioneers lah. Like 3 to 4 of them, and then it came that we were so blessed that we was awarded as a national award recruiter or something like that. Yeah. So we was very proud lah that national it's like whole national. So during that time, then that's where we started to build our Takafu team. That's where we grew from 15 people to 30 people, and until today we have like 50 of us.
Since you mentioned Takafood, what's that?
What?
What's Takafood? Do you know what's Takafood?
I have no idea what Takafu
What
is.
Takafood is? I've always heard Takafood.
Yeah, same.
For me, it's like, it's Malay insurance. Please tell me it's not Malay insurance.
No, Takafu is one of a Takafu solution.
Halal
It's like
insurance.
a Sharia kind of
Oh, it's a halal
compliance.
insurance lah.
Yeah, it's like for the booming market that they actually emphasize that this money that they invested, they cannot just go and gamble lah. It's all governed by the Sharia compliance. So it's called Takafu.
I
So
see.
even like non-booming like us, we also can purchase one. It's
right.
clean. It's total. The money is all clean.
Wait. So Takaful is not only for Boomies, it's for open for all. Bro, but I thought it was just for Malay.
But some boomies, because they find that if they purchase a conventional plan, they say the money is like
Could be dirty money lah.
dirty money, and then they just
So they
don't.
take the halal option, Takaful.
Halal option. Sharia lah.
Similar to Islamic banking of that sort. I remember that mentioned this before.
Ah, I see.
Right.
Bro, I'm so confused when it comes to Islamic and Takaful because it's a whole different thing for me, man. I don't know.
Okay, when you talk about the takafu, there's this like hiba. You know what's hiba?
I know hijab, but
Hiba is like a gift, a gift.
Hiba is a gift?
Yeah. It's a
Hiba.
gift. Hiba, like a gift. Lah.
I'm gonna say.
So because imagine like a
Hibajadi.
boomy, a person that has 4 wives maximum, right? So imagine if let's say the person have 4 wives, and how can they distribute their wealth? Can you how you
they
guys
choose
imagine?
based on the one that performs the best.
Okay.
Performs the best. This
This came
nigga got
across-
never lost stamina, bro.
Bro, you need to.
This nigga really lost
If you're asking me, right, so best performer.
Fucking donkey. Okay, so how does he distribute his wealth?
Okay, because if it's without the kind of a takafu solution, normally they follow under the Faraid law. Faraid law means the Muslim will need to follow. I mean the Faraid law is really huge, complicated lah, because they have to. It's like 1/3 is a portion to the wife, and then the rest is only to the kids. I mean there's one table lah that shows lah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, under the Faraid law. Okay, there are 2 types.
Do you know what's that?
You know what's that? Faraid law. Okay, probably you don't know. Alright. So I mean I cannot tell you in too deep because it's too much of information there.
Just
It's too
go
details.
surface level.
Yeah. So imagine like let's say the 1, 2, 3, 4 wife lah. Okay, then the money pays out to the second wife. What do you think the first wife would think?
Gone.
What?
This is war.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
that's definitely
Yeah.
gonna be a very happy.
So wait. So the FR8 law will choose which wife to give. I know it's not FR8
No,
law
law,
lah.
the hiba.
Hiba law will choose which wife to
If
give.
let's say the hiba say, okay, I want to choose the second wife.
Why?
100% will goes to her. The first wife also cannot fight against the second one. The second
you
wife.
think there ain't no fight, woman? You don't know there will.
No, hiba cannot fight. Takafu cannot fight.
Yeah, that's the power of
That's the power
takafu.
of takafu.
Wow.
Yo, what
Yeah.
shit's this?
Yeah.
If it's
Which
follow the
means-
conventional, they have to follow the conventional Faraid law.
Which means like the wives who don't get anything right,
They get nothing.
They can-
emotionally right,
Mm.
they are okay with it.
No, they are not okay.
They're not okay-
Emotionally,
they're not okay with it.
emotionally, they must be okay with it.
It doesn't mean they're okay lah, but they're just gonna be there lah. Like
Yeah.
like that lah.
I'm just there.
Not fucking harsh, bro.
Bro, that is brutal.
25%
Savage.
Mm.
Wrapped. But why they choose second is up to them based on what?
What do you mean, based on
I
what?
mean, why they just like, okay, do it lah. And then you give second wife, is it?
No lah, probably the first wife already given everything already. Then
Given
probably
everything.
Like property
you
or
know,
even
like kids,
you know,
education is all provided, and then what's the reason why they want to have a second wife? Like,
Actually, right,
Ah.
since you asked that, right, what's the reason they have second wife?
Options lah, bro.
Options? That's why I say best performer. You
No,
best
no,
performer. That's why I say you best performer, bro. Hiba, I find
Fucker got
you.
quota got 4, bro.
Okay.
yeah.
So Hiba
It's
will.
like it's like if you're a kid, right? Okay, I give you $100 for you to buy whatever fucking toy you want. You confirm use all 100. Same in the Malay fucker, you gonna be 4 wives quota. You gonna love all 4.
Okay, wait.
He's a kid in Toys R Us, you know. He's a kid in Toys R Us with $100
He
bill,
will buy
right?
100 ringgit, not even 1 cent left.
He's gonna blast it all.
Okay. Okay. True. So Hiba is here just to be fair. So like if the husband want to give the property, right? So then there might be issues. So Hiba like tiga. Then the wife cannot say anything. Even though the wife
Yes.
want to say something but cannot say anything. This is Hiba lah.
But it depends. If let's say the husband like they want like give equally also can, right? Like,
You
just
asking
pay,
me?
No, it's very hard to
I
say.
ask myself
yeah.
also.
Yeah, I mean the husband
husband.
the husband can like buy 4 policies for each of them, like give hiba.
Equal lah.
Yeah, so it's really
Use
very
best
depends on
performer,
the-
man.
yeah.
Really depends on that Hiba lah.
That individual.
I think Hiba should
How
take
much they
you
How
all
much
should
they want to insure them?
take
Each of
my-
imagine like everyone has a 1 million policy.
What's the
Wow.
most expensive
Policy.
plan you've ever sold?
Shit, that's a damn good question, bro.
I guess I don't know how to quantify that, but like, let's talk about like in terms of monthly installment.
1,000.
What is the most expensive monthly installment you've ever seen or you've ever sold?
Can
I
say
think it's
ah.
always says his her one.
Don't say.
Mine quite big actually.
Yeah, you must say
You
hers.
can see it, not like
Because
say a bit lah. Say a bit lah. Quite big
Okay.
quite big say.
like 12 million
A B C D.
Okay lah, not say very big lah, but it's around 6 figure, around 100 over thousand.
What the fuck is 6 figure or 100,000?
No,
What's that?
that's not a life policy. That is actually a corporate solution.
Per month?
No, per year, 100,000, more than 6 figure.
Bro, this
Corporate
is...
solution. Have you heard of corporate solution? It's an employee's benefit.
Oh,
Ah, just
use
imagine like
English.
Oh yeah, layman term.
Aiya.
Okay, employees benefit.
Eh,
Yeah.
corporate solution.
Yeah. Okay.
Just say employee benefit. Oh,
Yeah.
so this one is you went to.
I thought you
industry
have
lah.
another one like higher, like 200.
She paiseh.
I
It's
forgot
okay.
already.
Oh, alright.
100K big enough for me, bro. Damn. Okay, so
Lah.
this company lah, is like selling fire insurance or whatever lah. Yo, that is big.
No, not fire insurance, like the stuff.
Okay,
the
so
medical
for
insurance,
100K, then you get 25%. So 25%, 100K,
I believe
25,000. Bagus, she can
this
belanja
is
us
the
mama, bro.
this is the policy that makes her continue in this industry. I
Because-
believe so lah.
Because of the bling bling or the you protect
Commish.
all the 100 employees there.
No, you just
No, I
imagine
guess
like
because
it's
of
like
that.
you close one company that is like how many staff, like 100 staff,
Ah.
right? You're already a representative in the company, and you just cost them
Wow, so
cost
imagine.
sales
So,
cost sale,
okay, touch wood lah. Imagine that entire 100 company, touch wood.
100 what lah?
Got COVID in the
Ah.
case. All 100 going to be like, hey Xiang Mei, hey Xiang Mei, hey Xiang Mei, then you must serve lah. That's what you must do, right? Bless you lah, bro.
but this is service.
Do you call people?
But I don't receive many calls because our system AIA we have a very good system that can support
they
lah.
protect your.
The back
They have
end.
high technology.
Yeah, high technology.
Yeah.
So we don't agents like receiving too many calls,
Well,
claims.
unless it's really personalized and quick, then they go to you straight. Like my husband is dying right now. Please press 1.
No, basically.
Police first lah, but maybe in the hospital you call your insurance
Then
agent
the
lah.
insurance agents lah.
Okay. Sorry. You know what? Since we're going for COVID, right? So I'm sure AIA never prepare for COVID or whatever in your policies, right? So when COVID came, and some of your, I'm not sure. I don't know if any of your clients kena COVID or not. Was there any people kena COVID? One of your clients that
So
purchased?
far.
So far, no. Okay, but I'm sure there are people who purchased the AIA policies, right?
Yep.
But there's no COVID there. So what did AIA do to tackle this lah? Like for some people, if I buy life, like hey man, suddenly I got COVID, and then there's no COVID in the policy. So what do AIA like give additional extra benefit when this happens to them?
I think during when the COVID-19 take place, everyone's like pandemic,
Right,
like
panic,
like
let's go.
nervous, and I think AIA have adapted very fast like
What they did?
they just came out a clause and say that all the AIA's policy are covered with some certain coverage on the COVID-19, because usually this is considered fall under exclusion, like anything that is out of the
Nature.
the nature kind of thing is not covered, but due to the COVID-19 is too it's too much already until the extent that pandemic is already affected the whole world. It's not just merely in Malaysia, so that's where in a certain extent we are covered in that.
So you just really say whoever buy this example life policy
or
you will
medical
have
policy,
this special clause when you affected COVID, you get some.
as long as you're an AIA holder, then you're covered.
So nice. So I am so.
Then once the company came out, then most of the insurance also started to
do lah. I think
started
you
to
better do, bro.
have to lah, because not just only one insurance company, definitely all the insurance company are mostly covered.
What if someone died from COVID? If I'm not mistaken, my mom.
They have coverage on that.
So
Additional coverage.
Additional coverage
Mm.
out of the life
that's true.
sum assured. Yeah. But I do remember during the COVID-19, one of my client claimed for the COVID-19 test. 300 maximum you can claim.
Oh,
like,
but the test is free,
sometimes-
right?
Pretty good. Yeah.
The
I
test
can
is
claim
free, right?
300,
That's
right?
not free.
The test
No,
is
the
free.
test is not free.
That's just like 400.
No,
Yeah.
What are you
It's
smoking?
most like
Just for
500.
example, you just came back. What is free?
I thought the test is free.
Nothing is free in
Nothing is free.
Malaysia.
It's literally the
Like for
biggest
example, you
barrier to
come from
entry into
overseas, you
testing.
come back to Malaysia, like come from an overseas back to Malaysia, then you need to go through the.
And then I must pay 450 for the test.
Yeah.
I'm dying.
It's not a choice.
Yeah, it's not
You
a
can
choice.
die, never mind. Other people die around you.
Okay. So then you all give 200 bucks just to reduce
300
the
lah.
pain. Okay. It sounds like PA what?
Sounds like PA.
Yeah, I mean.
No, it's a special clause that is
Special clause only for COVID.
COVID-19.
Okay, not bad. What?
That's not. I mean, if
it's
it's test like negative, it's still claim under.
If test positive,
Like
oh
you
then
can claim
COVID lah.
memang.
Okay,
Memang
okay,
claim
then
lah.
COVID lah. Oh then COVID. Sorry. What a stupid question, right? Okay. So COVID came, bam, everybody is just covered lah. Very nice, huh? But
Okay.
let's say now COVID is getting lesser and lesser, right? Then eventually maybe like what Donald Trump said, COVID will miraculously just disappear. Donald Trump, words, we all remove the clause from your policy or it will remain.
Okay.
Like SARS, SARS came last time,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Where the hell is SARS now? But still, is SARS still in your clause or it's gone?
SARS. SARS is still fall under exclusion.
So it's
Yeah.
still covered lah.
So actually, I would say insurance that's black and white lah. It's very subjective, like, if you ask me lah. But like certain kind of COVID-19 is something that is really out of our out of something that most of the people will never think of. Like, how come COVID-19 has been such a hectic? You know, whole world is really affected. So I would say this course will still continue, even though until the next year. Even though our policy is covered until September lah, end of this September this year. But if this COVID-19 will still continue for a few years, then I think that most of the insurance company are still covered for a couple of years again.
I think
Yeah,
I
it's
got
not just
one more last question from my side lah. Okay. Too much information from you. Okay.
too much
So,
insurance term already.
Yeah, too many. Actually, I didn't expect this, but there's a lot. Okay, wait. So before my policy lapse, right? How many months before you will call me and say, hey, you're gonna lapse, you wanna renew or not?
That's called the grace period, right?
Yeah. Grace.
Yeah, okay. 30 days.
30 days. Then I have 30 days to make a choice lah. Then if gone, then just gone.
Because once the policy, okay, to be frank, like, I have one of my real case lah. You know, the policy, one of my real as in the customer actually policy lapse and admitted to hospital.
Highlight.
What do you do?
He failed lah. What do
What?
you do? You go and help her lah.
But
Do you
grace,
think-
grace period? Or
Huh?
No, it's fucked up already.
Lapse already.
Gone.
Yeah.
Then
And he
lapse
needs the
already.
medical insurance.
How? Cannot lah.
Cannot.
You got what? You got
Yeah lah, cannot do anything lah.
super
Yeah.
grace period is it?
So
Or what?
then
Huh?
the first thing is the customer will actually blame the agent, right? Why you did not inform me when the policy is lapsed, right? So AIA, of course the insurance company will definitely give out a notice lah, you know, send a letter say that okay, it's almost come to an end of the policy lapse. If you still don't continue to pay for another within the 30 days, and whether memang you don't pay because you did not pay or you did not change your credit card, the details, then of course it's lapse lah.
So based on your real situation, yeah.
Real.
I don't
Yeah,
know
yeah.
what's real, but this is real, okay. So then he just cannot get coverage lah. Oh, that's sad though. I mean,
That's what I yeah.
so you just
years of
so you
earlier, I
call and
experienced
say
that.
I'm sorry.
Scolded lah, like it was the scolded.
The first scold you.
Scold?
And here comes they will say the insurance is scam.
Scam.
Yeah.
But I'm sure AIA sent letter,
Yeah, he sent letter earlier already.
but he failed.
He failed lah.
Hey,
He just want to pay. He just
Yeah,
want to pay.
yeah.
And then when things happen, you know, emergency,
Mm.
he will just start blaming the agent. Why you did not tell me, you know? And yeah, what I did
That
was
is so sad for you.
And then
guys.
another
Sad.
thing is like sometimes you know then the client when they don't answer your calls and it's like very very difficult.
Yeah, I'm sure.
yeah.
Thing is-
Like they will think that wow we are like the Tai Long. You know what's Tai Long?
I know.
Shark
I-
like the shark loan.
Loan shark, shark loaner, guys, shark loaner.
Yeah, asking for
Loan
money,
shark.
you know,
Yeah.
still haven't paid your premium.
So guys, if y'all wanna buy shark fin, you know, shark loaner right here, you know, feel free.
Loan you must pay back.
Must give back the shark fin after that, you know, you shark loan.
So if you guys had any pieces of advice to, I don't know, to the general public or to potential
Yeah.
insurance agents.
What you would say to them?
You mean to the young?
To
The
those
younger- the
people
young
who are waiting,
people
young
or-
people, old people.
I think nowadays people are really aware of getting the insurance protection, especially after like this COVID-19, everyone is stuck at home, you know, MCO.
Yep.
So I believe I see that people are loss of income, right? Losing jobs, and they really think that insurance is really a need lah, inclusive of the booming market as well. So I will encourage everyone to review your policy.
Yeah, later.
Review your policy right now.
Again, I don't say no. I listen the whole way, man.
Policy.
Yeah, then from there you will see what you are actually lack of, you know, like,
Yeah.
and then from there maybe as an insurance advisor like us, we actually can help them how to actually to know what your current stage and what you need. It's not just about insurance. You can talk about retirement. You can talk about like sort of saving plan. And nowadays, because when you talk about savings, especially now the banks are offering a very low of FD rate, right? So probably people already have money put in the bank and they just want to take out their money. So where do they save or where do they put? And especially they talk about insurance or savings. Then we will just share about their plans.
No, it's nice. Okay, before we call it, I just want to ask one more thing.
Okay.
Well, last. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Last. You know when after I buy the policy, right? Do AIA send like the entire clause to you guys, like the textbook of what I purchased?
You mean
Policy?
the policy?
The policy.
Policy document.
So everything that what I purchased, that what is not mentioned, is mentioned in that policy. In which if I read, I will know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if I don't know, then it's my fault lah.
If you don't know,
I mean,
if
if
you're
I didn't know
not.
about that because I didn't read the policy one,
Because
right?
most of the customers also, their clients, so they won't read
Definitely,
like
bro.
that.
Bro, you give
It's
me
too
my
much.
phone, one word I don't even read, I tick and then I go next, bro. That's what we all do, I'm sure. 100%. Okay, but it's sent to us lah. Okay, that's good.
And now it's like all e-policy already. Like you don't need even the hard copy. It's everything all through online nowadays.
So it is still provided to us lah. So it's up to us to actually take the initiative to read and to know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Promise I'll review my policy.
Yeah, better review your policy. I'm not done with you, Xiang Fenn. You need to ask her about stuff. Okay, I think it's been great. We have learned so much today.
Thank you guys so much for coming over.
Thank you so much for coming.
Alright.
Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. And if you all need your policy review, OPV sisters.
Yeah, come and look for us.
Alright, thank you.
Alright.
Thank you.